Hello, Chris from My Stamp Lady. I'm so glad you're here to stamp with me today. So today I'm using one of the Sale-A-Bration stamp sets from Stampin' Up. This is a free set that you can get with a $50 purchase, and it's called Hey Chick. I'm also using the layering ovals, and I'm also using the dynamic hexagon folder. And this folder is a unique folder. You'll see it's very thick, and it is a deep impression. However, I'm not using it that way, so stay tuned to see how I get a chicken wire look from it. So the first thing I want to show you is this catalog. And this is the Sale-A-Bration catalog from Stampin' Up, and it runs from January 4th through March 31st, 2017. And inside the catalog, first of all, some information for you, but you will see these products here that say free in a balloon. And those are the products that you get to pick free when you make a $50 purchase. They have coordinating products, and so if there's a price listed next to it, that is not a free product, and those are products that you can use or purchase in order to get a free product. So this is a flower set here. Here we have a package of paper, and it has that balloon that says free next to it. We have a couple of stamp sets here, a thank you, and some different lace that's called Delicate Details. 3 more free products. The Tasty Trucks are a lot of fun, and they have some ideas for you. I'm using the free product today called Hey Chick, and so this is it here. It's made up of these 3 chicks and the egg and a few sentiments, and it has that free balloon. You will be able to download this brochure at my website, mystamplady.com, so you can head over there to find it. To do a little bit of watercoloring with these stamps, so I am using the archival black ink. The archival black ink takes a little bit of time to dry before it's waterproof or water resistant to spread. So I'm going to do the stamping for these first. Let's first stamp this really fun, kind of crazy haired chick. There we go. And then I'm going to stamp I'm going to stamp 3 of these chicks across the bottom. So let's ink that up. Okay, so there I have my chicks across the bottom, and I'm going to let those dry. So the next step, I'm bringing in this dynamic folder. The front side, or the side on the back of the logo on the front, is the side I want to ink. To take in my ink pad. This is Early Espresso. And this folder is available in the Occasions catalog, or if you go to the online store at shopwithmystamplady.com, you can also find this folder. Then I have a piece of crumb cake cardstock, and this is 2 1/4 inches by 4, and I'm going to place that down. I'm going to give that a good press. And because of how deep this folder is, just by pressing it, I actually am going to get a little bit of indentation, but not a lot. Okay, but when you're done, set this aside, but when you're done, you have a fun chicken wire look that goes perfectly with this Hey Chick. The Hexagon Dynamic folder is on page 47 of the Occasions catalog, so you can find that there and learn more about that folder. While I'm letting that dry, I'm going to take in one of the silver sequins, and I have a real red Sharpie marker, and I'm just going to color that to make it red because it's going to match my color scheme then. And just with the marker, go in and color that and let that dry. And I've done some ahead of time, but I just wanted to show you how I got that while I was letting some of my other pieces dry. So I'm going to put that to the side. Let's bring in this piece, and I will be using crushed curry and real red inks with an aqua painter to color these images. All I do is press the ink into the cover so that I have some ink smushed into the cover like that, and with an aqua painter I'm going to go in and I'm going to color the chicks. All you have to do is brush off. I've done the red portions, and so then all you have to do is brush off your aqua painter on some scratch paper to switch the colors up. So now I'm going to go in and add the crushed curry to the chicks. And again, I will stop the camera while I do that and then come back when I'm done. to take in a little bit of early espresso, and I'm going to make the legs just, I'm going to really thin that out, but I want to add just a bit of darkness to the legs here. And I'm doing a really quick job. I'm not really worrying completely about how carefully I've colored. Let's take and add a little bit of ground, give him something to sit on, and do the same for the other chicks. When we're done watercoloring, let's take in, this is the layered oval, and I'm going to run this through the Big Shot. And with that, I am going to use, let me pull this out of the way, I have a magnetic platform, an acrylic platform, my paper, and I like to go off and use the sides, not always go right in the center. By using different areas around the platform, it helps with your acrylic plates so that they don't always get worn in the same spot. And run this through the Big Shot. From that layering oval set, I have cut a piece of the scalloped real red cardstock, so I'm just going to layer this, some adhesive. And then we will take in that background, and I will layer the piece that I have put inside that dynamic folder to make it a chicken wire look. And I want this to be about, I'm lining that up at the top there, put that about there. Before I put this down on my card base, I would like to take some of this linen thread. Let's place the linen thread. I like to just kind of hold it there, wrap it twice, and then I can snip off a piece, snip some off. And the next step is to just tie a bow here into the upper left, to the upper side. Then you can just trim those tails to where you want them. A little bit shorter. And I can place this down on my card front. Put down our matted chick. Love the crazy hair. It just kind of adds a fun look to the card. Okay. I'm bringing in those sequins that I already colored, but actually before I stamp or put those down, I would like to stamp a sentiment. And this sentiment says, "Have a happy day." I think this chick just looks good with that one. We'll stamp that in real red. And then to finish up this card, we are just going to place down those red sequins. Let's see, we'll put one there, one up there, and one over here, and that just kind of draws your eye across the front using some fine tip glue. There we go. Now, so this Hey Chick was one of the free sets that you get when you order through Sale-A-Bration through the end of March. You get one free item, one free Sale-A-Bration item for each $50 you order. So if you order $100, you would get 2 items. This starts January 4th, 2017 and runs through March 31st. This Hey Chick is one of the options. If you have any questions about Sale-A-Bration or anything I've done on this card, don't hesitate to contact me, Chris, at mystamplady.com, and all the supplies are available in my online store at shopwithmystamplady.com. Thanks for stamping with me today.